business. Hey everybody. Hey everybody, it's me, Tanisha O.
And Ike O.
Welcome guys. Come on in here, share this video. This is going to be a really good topic. So welcome to Tea with Tanisha O. Come on in here tonight. This is like an impromptu video, right?
Yes, it is.
With me and Ike. So I'll give you all the info about me. I'm Tanisha O. This is my baby boy. Some people call him my stepson, but he's not. He's my younger baby boy. So this is my baby boy. I am the author of this amazing book, Empowered Stepmother. I'm super grateful for being able to share this journey with him. If you know anyone who's struggling, who do you know that's struggling in their blended family? This is an amazing book for them. I wish I had a book like this when I went through our blended journey in the chaos. I wish I had something, so I wrote something since I didn't have anything. I'm also a life coach. So if you are in need of coaching services or you know anybody who is just super struggling, let me know. So any of those people who are in desire to get better, grow, ready to take massive action, stepmoms with the biological mother, with their stepchild or their husbands, I'm your girl. So we are going to dig right in here. Ike, what are we talking about today, my love?
So today we're going to be talking about my mom and my dad's relationship. Yes.
What about your biological mom and your dad's relationship, right?
Right.
All right. So what aspect of that, how did this conversation come into place?
So mom was asking me a question. Should I tell them the question?
Yeah. What?
Okay. So mom asked me a question. And the question was, if there was one wish that I had in our blended family, what would it be? And so I said, me being able to share my thoughts when I'm around mommy more.
Right. So we're going to put a pause right there because that's going to be a whole video by itself. His ability to share, but you can tell them how you feel, what you shared with me, but then just put a plug right there for them. Go ahead, love.
So I felt as though if I would.
Should we say it?
Hey, everybody.
No.
It's me, Tanisha. Oh, so what you guys survived. You see all the snow? And you probably hear that trickling sound.
Okay, guys. I don't know if you just heard it, but like my computer just is always picking up on some. It's an inside joke, but that's usual, right? It's typical. I love that we just find ridiculous stuff to laugh at. I don't know if the people on there even know why we're laughing, but some background noise just came in. Anyway, we're back.
Yes, we are.
We're back. So we'll just put a plug in right there.
Okay.
You were concerned about your desire was what again?
To be able to share my thoughts more around mommy.
Right. So you want it to be open. We're going to have a whole separate show on that altogether. So we're going to put a plug there. However, this in-depth conversation between the two of us led us to what we will now be discussing in this moment, which is, what are we talking about?
Talking about the relationship between my biological mom and my dad. So mom was telling me a story. Well, not a story, but like giving me an example.
Right.
And should I tell them the example?
Not yet. Tell them just, you can, whatever. No, we'll tell them the example, but maybe you share how you felt about the example and why we're on a live.
So I felt that the example was helpful because it gave me a clearer understanding of what we were talking about. And when you give your child an example, it helps them think it through more, and it helps them say, I never thought of it like that.
Right.
I never thought of it that way.
And is that what happened?
Yes, it is. And mom does this all the time. I'll ask her a question or I'll give her a scenario, and she'll be able to give me an example so that I'm able to understand it better.
So I'm just typing this in here for the audience. And this is what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about age-appropriate conversations. You know, so frequently people come to me and they ask me, how do you do it? How do you sit and have a conversation with Ike and he understands and he's so eloquent? And I'm going to say this may not be for everyone. It may not work for everyone, but it's how we relate to one another. And it has worked for us quite successfully. I'm just open. I have open conversations with him. And For us, it's age appropriate conversations.
Yes,
And
it
Ike
is.
is almost 12. He's in middle school. And as you can see, one of his questions was, in his blended family, he wishes that he was able to be more open with conversations. And so he's concerned and confused and curious about different things that have happened. And now he's kind of at an age where he can share. So I'm going to let you in on how I share some of these things with him with regards to this situation. So he came to me and he was sharing his thoughts, and he was like, I just don't understand. And so I was trying to explain to him the dynamic between his biological mother and my husband, which is his biological father. And so what I said to him was, I said, pick a friend at school that you know. You don't know them very well, but you know them good enough, just enough. And who did you pick? Pick any name. Just pick just somebody you don't know. Say a name. Makai. You don't know Makai. Fine. So he picked Makai. So what's going to happen is he's going to go into business with Makai, but they don't know each other very well. But the curveball to this is this business that he's going into with Makai is a lifelong business. They are in this business for the rest of their lives together. Right? But they don't know each other really well, but they're going to be in this commitment. So the two of them are now in this business together, and they learn different things about each other once they're already in business. So what Ike doesn't know about Makai is that he is going to steal all of the money, and he takes all the money away from them, steals the money and gives it away, does whatever. But now everything that they worked for is gone. What Makai doesn't know about Ike is that Ike is lazy. He's not really, but Ike is lazy, and he's lazy because he hates this business and they're not getting along. And so Ike has decided, I don't feel like being bothered with this business, so I'm not doing this business. So the two of them are miserable. The business is failing. Things are just going straight downhill, and it's just not working out. However, this is a 50-50 company, right?
Right.
50-50 business. However, Ike decides, you know what? I'm going to bring in another partner. Now, Ike's partner is going to only be able to get 50, whatever he has, which is 50%. So Ike has decided his partner is going to get 25% of what he is. So Ike is now splitting what he has with his partner, and Makai gets to keep his half of the business, 50%, right? So now when Ike's new partner comes in, Ike is thrilled because this partner has experience in this company, this type of business. He's done it before. He's like, yes, this is awesome. And so what happens is they went through some bumps in the beginning. The business wasn't thriving, but ultimately the business starts to thrive, and they are now succeeding in this business. And so Ike is like, great, I don't need to be as involved because my business partner is handling it.
Right.
Ike is like, I'll come to the major meetings, the quarterly business review. You're there because you want to make sure the money is right and everything is right and everything's under control. And this business partner that Ike has, he trusts because the business partner comes to him with every decision, never makes a decision without him. All the employees are on point. Everybody is thriving. Things are working out. And so now things are actually in a good space.
Right.
Now that things are in a good space, I asked Ike, are you going to come back and start trying to work with Makai again? Or what are you going to do?
Just going to let things get better and better.
Right. Ike decided he wants to focus his energy and attention in another business or doing something else, even though he's still actively involved and attentive in what is happening in his current business. That analogy is the analogy of our family.
Yes, it is.
So Danielle is Makai in this scenario. I am the new business partner. And although Dad and Makai, they still have a business, Dad and Danielle still have an agreement and a relationship by way of this permanent company that's not really, which is Ike. They still have a huge vested interest in the success of this company, which is you. They want nothing but the best in you. However, Danielle and Daddy weren't working well together. So when I was hired by Daddy by way of marriage for this company analogy, now things are working. And so because Daddy sees a huge, massive change, and he's so excited that his business, which is Ike, is prospering and the investment in the new person that he brought in is thriving, there's no need to change it.
No.
And so That is why the involvement is the way it is. And this is the type of example that I would give to Ike and share with him in order for him to understand how Ike loves business. He loves talking about stuff like that. So these are the kind of examples in order to break it down for him to get. And these are ways, parents, that we're able to share things without saying too much, something that's too inappropriate. He can still understand it and understand how important and precious he is, because we want that company to thrive. You know, we don't want any failures.
Nope.
So for people who wonder how we communicate, that is how we communicate. My husband is 100% involved. Ike will tell you there is not one decision that is made without his involvement. You know it at all. Just because you see me as the face and hear me as the voice, I don't run the show, not even a little bit. You see his face, not even a little bit. My husband is 100% involved. And if he says it's a no-go, it's a no-go. So I respect the perimeters. I respect the boundaries. But the reason why I am in this place and in this position is because it's working. And he's excited that his baby boy is the most important. Like when it comes to this co-parenting thing with Danielle, the MVP is Ike, period. He's the most important person. And so my ability to explain things in an age appropriate way, I don't always have to say anything extra, but I can still make sure he has a clear understanding and we have a open dialogue so that he feels, okay, it's an analogy of a business. So if he has a question, he's going to ask that question by way of business, or if he wants to ask it in a different way, that's okay too, right? These are the behind the scenes things that happen between us that help to build our beautiful relationship and our wonderful bond. So I hope that this helps to support someone, somewhere, a family. Send me an inbox if there's anything extra that I can add to it. But from our family to yours, we love you. We wish you the very best. If you know any mothers, stepmothers who would love to become empowered stepmothers, they're struggling, they're in pain. Sorry, it's covering your sweet face on the other side. They're in pain. They're ready for the next thing in their life, the next level, the next journey to take massive action. This is an amazing book. Yes. I'm here to coach. Thank you, my love. I'm here to coach you. From my family to yours, we love you. And you know what? Keep blending your love. Ciao. All right, you guys.